Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a lovely weekend so far. I thought I would just start today's video by kind of talking you through what my plans are for the day. I am planning to head to a local town to do a bit of thrifting this morning because I have in my head what I'm after. So I'm hoping to do some DIY projects with you this afternoon. I've got a bit of artwork and I've also got my eye on upcycling a vase, which I'm hoping to find the kind of style I'm going for in today's thrifting outing. And then I've got a Homesense and TK Maxx haul to share with you for some bits for the DIY project and also to show you a little bit of what we're hoping to go for in the haul and show you the mood board that I'm kind of hoping to go with when kind of renovating the hallway. And then for the rest of the day, it's going to be a cozy getting wrapped up for some dog walks, hopefully, and then doing a little bit of baking. We've got quite a few apples and pears in the garden and also quite a lot of blackberries as well. So I thought I'd head outside and pick some of those and make a nice crumble. The weather has seriously changed now, so I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it is absolutely pouring down outside. It's got quite a bit cooler, so we have now popped the Aga on, and yeah, definitely feeling the change now in the seasons. It feels like the leaves are really starting to change colour now, so hoping to do a nice autumnal woodland walk with the girls later. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching today's video with some DIY projects, some thrifting, some Homesense pieces and some cozy autumn content. So I'm just heading off to hopefully do a little bit of thrifting. There's a couple of bits that I know I'm after, so I'm going to go and see if I can see them in a little town that's about 15 minutes away, 10 minutes away from where we live. I've also got some stuff to run back to the post office as well. It's quite cold, sorry, the car is on because I'm just trying to warm it up. I have my new snuggly jumper on from ASOS, which I shared with you guys in the last video. So yeah, I'll take you thrifting with me, see if we can find some little treasures. I'm just back from the charity shops and thought I would share with you the bits that I picked up for the DIY project, and also I've got some things to share with you from Homesense, and I've been doing a bit of mood boarding for our hallway because I'm hoping to sort of give that a little bit of a refresh and redecorate. It's a bit of a strange area, like I've said before, so I will show you that in this video as well and show you sort of the plans I have for it. But I'm going to start by showing you the things that I bought from the charity shop, starting with this beautiful vase. So don't worry about the colour because I have plans to actually paint it. So my plan was to use a primer and some bicarb, I think, mixed with a colour that I'm after putting in the hallway. This is already quite rustic already, so actually it's given me a head start because it's got this rustic effect, but I think the bicarb hopefully will just add a little bit extra to it. So this was £5 from the charity shop. There was a couple of others that I found, but this was definitely kind of the style that I was going for, so £5 for that there. And also I found this pair of sort of oil dispensers. These were £4. I think they're originally from Sainsbury's Home, these ones here. So they're in a really plain colour. They were £4 for the two, and yeah, they're like new pretty much. I don't think they've really been used. So I grabbed those two, and what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to try and make these a little bit more rustic because they're only £4, so if it doesn't work out it's fine because it's only £4, but I'm going to probably try the same effects that I'm hoping to use on the vase and create like a rustic stoneware for these, and just see how it turns out. So £4 for those two from the charity shop as well. So then I thought I would show you what I'm hoping to do with the hallway. So what I'll do is I'll show you the pieces that I picked up from Homesense, and then I'll kind of show you the mood board that I'm going for, and then I'll show you the hallway space and kind of show you my plans. So the first thing that I picked up from Homesense was this beautiful dark chocolate coffee table book. It's beautiful. I love the colour of it. It's got some gorgeous designs. I think I've shared with you coffee books that I've got. I always look at their coffee books these were actually from TK Maxx actually, but some really nice inspirational pictures throughout, and I'm loving this sort of chocolatey warm rustic tones is what I'm hoping to go for in our hallway, so similar to like what's coming up here. So I had to flick through this little coffee table book when I'm in store. I just love them for accessorising your home, but also I just get so much inspiration from the pieces inside if you're really into interiors. This one was £19.99. I think it was originally £35. And then also from TK Maxx, I always look at the throws because they're just such good quality in there. Picked up this beautiful sort of warm cappuccino colour, I'd say. This was, I think, the throws are normally 16 or 19.99. 19.99 for this one. It's so soft. It's got a very fine herringbone kind of pattern to it, if you can see that there. And then gorgeous white tassels on the bottom. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's super soft. So got that for the hallway as well. This is 70% cotton as well, made in Italy, Italian woven treasures, it says. But they just always have the best selection of like throws in there. Brilliant for this time of year when it's starting to get a bit cooler and you want some extra layers. So grab that one there. Also in TK Maxx, I had a look at their artwork and also their frames, and I found a couple of like the rustic old antique style frames. So the first one is this one here, obviously not artwork, just the frame. This was £16.99 and it's got like this kind of like antique gold frame to it, and I think this fits maybe in A4 or slightly bigger maybe. But I'm going to measure it up and then I'll order a piece probably from Etsy just to go in here, and I'm probably going to put this piece in the kitchen, I think, because I think that will work quite nicely. And then I also picked up this one. Ignore the colour, this is a little bit yellow gold for me. It's not really the colour that I was going for, but love the style of it and the effect of it, so that's what I was going for. And this was, how much was this one? £12.99. And the reason I picked up this size is because I've been after a frame this size, but they're all so expensive online. So I thought I'd grab this one, I'd do a bit of a DIY on the colour so I don't have to keep the colour, but I get the frame that I want, because I have a piece of artwork that came from my mum and dad's house that I really wanted to use, but I wasn't a fan of the frame, and it's this piece here. I love this piece of artwork. It's on canvas and it's a very autumnal woodland scene, but I'm not too much of a fan of the frame it's in. So I thought I'm going to take this out and change it over and yeah, do a bit of a DIY project on that, and then I'm going to hopefully pop this piece into the hallway. And then also for the hallway, to break up the sort of chocolate cappuccino tones, but also kind of keeping with that same matching theme, we got some curtains. These are from Habitat. They are, again, had this sort of herringbone print, very similar to the throw that I picked up. These were literally cheap as chips. We ordered them from Argos, so I think Habitat at Argos. Can't remember exactly how much they were, but got a couple of windows in the hall, and I thought this would just break up the colour from what I'm hoping to put on the walls. This is the colour that I really want to paint on the walls in the hallway, but I don't know if it's going to be a little bit dark for that area because it is quite an enclosed space. But I'm hoping with the light colours that I'm going to have in it, it will break it up a little bit. So this is the colour that I've gone for. I'm obsessed with this colour. This is Potted History by Crown. It's really one of their flat mattes, I think. Yeah, flat matte finish. And I've done a little sample on a piece of paper. So it's this very sort of, it's almost like a mixture of like a neutral, but also got that undertone of brown in it. So I was hoping that the neutral from the curtains will go really well with that and just lift it up a little bit. So this is the colours for the hallway, and I'll also show you sort of my mood board inspiration. Picked up a couple of other little bits, again going with the chocolatey tones, so kind of keeping this theme. This was, I just grabbed this from Tesco's when I was wandering around. This was £6. Their dark mango wood trinket dish, because as we come in, just chuck keys everywhere and it'd be a good place to pop your keys. But also I have one of my sister's candles, which also just looks perfect in there, and the scents, oh, just amazing. So I thought that would look beautiful styled in the hallway as well, with the amber glass, like very autumnal. So I'll show you my mood board now for the hallway, show you kind of what the textures all look like together and the colours. Then I'll show you what the hallway looks like, and that's probably going to be a project in the next couple of weeks. And then I'll get on to doing the DIYs that I have planned for the vase and also for the photo frame. So these are the kind of sort of mood board colours that I'm going for. So we've got I'm loving the chocolate at the moment, chocolate brown with like this cappuccino colour. Obviously then got this DIY that I've done. So in this print, obviously it's got sort of like the neutral cappuccino-y colours, lots of chocolates throughout, and then the autumnal colours as well. And then obviously the curtains I was talking about, some warm sort of chocolate for the wicker, and also some sort of the warmer wood pieces as well, candles. And then I think I'm probably going to go for this colour, because I think this is a little bit more yellowy in tone and this is a little bit more neutral, and I think this room needs a light colour because of the lighting. And also I've got a paint pot of this already, so it will save us some money, and I can just use the tester pot for or grab another tester pot of paint for the console table. So I think they're the tones I'm kind of going for, and then hopefully pick up some sort of chocolatey cushions as well to style up this little console. And that is the plan for the haul in the next couple of weeks. So this is our hallway when you first come in from the porch. So we've got stairs there to the left, and then this is sort of ahead of you. Sorry, it's quite dark today because it's really miserable outside, so I'm working with just the natural light that it gets. So you can see this part looks a little bit darker, but we actually get quite nice lighting through the windows when it's obviously a slightly brighter day. So for now, all I've done is popped this little storage unit underneath. So I wanted a sort of shoe bench because I thought it'd be a place to tuck away our shoes nicely under the stairs without it looking really mucky. And then we've got this beautiful old style sort of ingle nook fireplace, which is really a bit of a wasted space here. I kind of wish this was a feature of the main house. So I've just popped our old console table that we had at our old house. Ideally I would love something really rustic sat under there, but we're not spending any money, like I said, so I'm actually probably just going to upcycle this. I'm going to give it a fresh coat of paint in a different colour and leave it under there. And lighting in here is pretty bad, so we've only got one light there and we've got one light above as well here, and then there's nothing under here. So I think I'm going to try and get some kind of battery operated lights so I can pop them under there. And then I'm going to paint, probably colour drench the doors. I think got like a really old style 70s door on the cupboard there. That's just a storage cupboard. We've got an old storage heater, and then it comes round and you've got the 2 windows. We've sorted the damp situation now for the walls, so I'm going to treat those and then obviously give it a fresh coat of paint, and then that goes through then into the lounge. So love the brick fireplace, but obviously it needs a little bit of styling and updating. And then this is the view from the other side. Also the flooring here has the old style panel tiles, but I've had a look underneath and they're not underneath this laminate, unfortunately. Otherwise I'd obviously take out all the laminate and then have it all tiled, but for now I'm going to have to make do with the laminate, and probably will pop like a runner along the hallway. Moving on to an upcycle project now, starting with this beautiful vase that I picked up for only £5 from the charity shop. I grabbed some bicarbonate of soda and then also a tester pot. Originally I used Potted History by Crown, but I actually changed it to this reframed colour because it was a bit lighter. Added the bicarb to the paint and gave it a good mix together. You don't have to do this if you've already got quite a rustic pot, but I did give it a go and actually quite liked the look of it. Painted all over the top. I didn't use a primer because it was already quite a rustic vase, but if you were going for something not quite the same texture, then I'd probably use a primer first. So this was it after I'd done just the one coat of paint. And then I wanted to add a little bit more depth to the pot, so I used my French Chic furniture wax, staining wax that I used previously on the bench product, just to give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more texture. And this was the final finish on the vase. Then moving on to the canvas that I spoke about earlier that I wanted to reframe, I took this frame that I bought from Homesense or TK Maxx. It wasn't quite the colour, so I took this metallic spray that I just bought from, I think it was from B&M, for about £5 or £8. And then I gave it a good spray all around, covering the edges of the frame. Once all sprayed, I was happy with the colour, but I did miss a little bit of the shiny texture that was underneath on the original frame. So I actually took some nail polish remover and a bit of cotton wool and then used that to go over the edges, and that just helped provide that little sparkle back. And then using a sharp knife just to remove the canvas, I then took it out and popped it into the new frame. And then this is what the finished frame looks like, and the artwork got the gold sort of antique look to it coming out, but it's not as bright yellow gold, so it's a little bit more muted gold, and I think a little bit more of that antique colour. So super happy with how it turned out. Beautiful. Getting messy. Yeah. Girl. Bring out some more hay in a minute. So I'm just about to cook some dinner for this evening, and I'm doing another Hello Fresh recipe today because I just want something quick and easy. And I'm also going to bake a crumble, but I am going to be super lazy and just use a crumble mix. I'd normally make the topping myself, but it's been quite a busy day and I'm feeling quite worn out now. So it's also, the weather is crazy outside, so if it looks like I've been blown through a hedge, it's because I've been out mucking out the fields, and it's raining, it's windy, it's really blustery, so that's why it's looking quite dark as well. We're going to do this quick creamy prawn rigatoni with charred courgette and lemon. Says it takes 20 minutes, looks super easy. And then I picked some fresh apples and pears from the garden, so I'm going to pop those into a dish with some sugar and some cinnamon, and I'm going to chuck a Aunt Bessie's crumble mix on the top just because it's quick and easy, and then we can have a nice dessert for dinner. So that is what I'm going to do now.